Hello all heroes and welcome back to Invincible, guarding the globe, and today I have a cold, so I apologize if I maybe sound a little funky every now and then, but we're just gonna muscle through it here because we have to talk about Battle Beast. I'll be uploading this video just as soon as I am done recording it, so as of time of uploading we should have just a hair less than a day left on this event, so it is not too late to try your luck and get Battle Beast if you have not already. But today, we're going to actually talk about the man himself, Mr. Fluffy over here, a face that any cat person could just either love or be terrified by, either one. As it says here, Battle Beast is just that, a beast. So, he is our second Elite from Worlds Beyond character, with the first one being Alan as a defender. Now we have Battle Beast as an attacker. With his little tags here, we do have Not of This Earth, Married to the Mob, Melee, Grounded, Attacker, and Armed. Melee combat and medium speed. Pretty standard stuff there, nothing too crazy. So, what does he actually have to offer? First of all, his main ability, Claws Out. Battle Beast puts his mace away and starts to attack his target with his claws for the next 2 attacks with a 100% critical chance. When hitting the enemy, he consumes all of the target's wounds, healing 6% of max HP for each wound. So basically, he gets guaranteed 2 critical strikes effectively, and as long as the target has wounds, which is basically a debuff that deals damage over time, he will remove those wounds from the enemy and heal himself. And he is going to need that healing later on, as we will see. When you get him to Elite Plus, he gets Brothers in Battle. When fighting against Viltrumites, Battle Beast adds a 5% Leaf Leech Life Leech to the team. So basically, if he's fighting Omni-Man, Invincible, or any future Viltrumites, his team is going to get some Life Leech. Not sure how useful that will be in practice. Life Leech is always so good on paper, but in practice I always question if it really does make that much of a difference. However, healing is always good, especially for Battle Beast, as he will need it. His third ability here rather, at Exceptional Plus, Bring the Pain. Battle Beast's basic attacks apply wounds for 5 seconds, which deal 100% base damage per second and can be stacked up to 3 times. So, this basically makes it so his normal attacks will always apply this wound debuff, dealing that 100% base damage, which, if I'm not mistaken, scales on his damage. So it is effectively almost like just having even more normal attacks on the enemy. And then when he uses this ability, if those wounds are still on the enemy, he gets healing. Now you will notice he has quite an emphasis on self-healing. We'll take a look at this last ability, Epic Plus, Worthy Opponent. When the target's HP is at 75% or higher, Battle Beast increases his damage by 40%, but is hit by 15% of the damage done. Now there's kind of a lot going on here, but basically, if your opponent is healthy, over 75%, his damage skyrockets by a massive 40%. Like, 40% is a ton for an attacker. That is no small feat. However, he will take damage back. So he is going to go all out trying to get his opponent below that 75% HP threshold, but in the process, he will hurt himself. That's why we do kind of have a self-healing style playstyle with the Life Leech here and with the Claws Out. So, how good do I think Battle Beast is? I think he is a little better than Omni-Man, but not quite as good as Invincible. if we do compare him to Omni-Man, Omni-Man is actually similar in a couple ways. Because here, he actually does have an admittedly weaker version of Life Leech, only 1% against humans, although humans are a little more common. But admittedly, very similar in that regard. He also has guaranteed critical chance, and then his last ability is triggered by an HP threshold. So there's a lot going on between the two of them that they are quite similar. However, I will say that I feel like Battle Beast's skills are dramatically easier to trigger. Omni-Man, his insta-kill only works if they're under 5% HP, which if they're that low, then you might as well just put them down anyway. That ability is going to need to get a serious buff for it to be practical, but Omni-Man does have the advantage of just having raw stats that make him a massive damage dealer. Invincible, on the other hand, as we've talked about in the past, has a lot going on for him. He has ability cooldown reduction, he has immunities, he's got damage buffs. Invincible is he's just the best PvP character, hands down. But I think Battle Beast is definitely on the podium. Like I said, I think if you build him up, I think he would be a little bit better than Omni-Man. And I do emphasize a little bit. If you build Omni-Man, don't feel sad that Battle Beast is out now. Omni-Man is still a fantastic PvE. There's no PvP in the game yet. Still a fantastic damage character. He just is. Battle Beast is another great option. And I do have my Battle Beast built up here a little bit. I've got him up to Epic, and I've got 2 Battle Beasts and then one more. I need one more Battle Beast to get him up to Epic Plus, and then I'll call that pretty dang good. Keep in mind too, if you have been getting unlucky with your Battle Beasts, like Alan, he probably will come to the main shop in about 2 to 3 weeks, if we're going to assume it's going to follow that same cadence. So kind of like with Alan here, if you go to the rates, he did get added right here at the bottom as a part of the percentage, and sooner or later, Battle Beast will get the very same treatment. Now, what artifacts do I think are good for him? A lot of the usual stuff, I'd say. I'd say you can't go wrong with Battle Hologram, although I'd say Battle Hologram's probably a little better on like a support character. The invisibility suit here, just having that invisibility buff that he can get every now and then, could do a lot for him. Reason I say that is, remember, when you get that last ability unlocked, he is going to have some self-damage, so he's not going to be the bulkiest character in history. So having the invisibility every chunk of time could actually do a lot for him. Actually be able to unleash his damage and have a chance to recover before having to worry about getting slammed and jammed by somebody else on the opposite team. Of course, we do have some other old reliables here. The Neuralink chip, if you're fighting other Battle Beasts, is always a good one. But I think probably his best one is going to be the cloaking device here, followed closely by the Neuralink chip if you do have him at a high level and you are fighting other Battle Beasts. And from there, you can kind of customize your options. You're pretty much going to hear me recommend this one for probably every single attacker in the game, because holy crap, this thing is just good. It just is. So yeah, probably additionally too, the new Obedience Collar would also be good. Again, this is kind of one you can put on a support character and it works just as well, because it doesn't really matter who is using it. But nice thing is, if it's making the enemy attack another enemy, that's one less enemy attacking Battle Beast, meaning that good old Fluffy doesn't have to worry about his low HP being a problem in that specific scenario. So, like I said, I think Battle Beast is very good. I think he will get quite a lot of work done, and if you have gotten him up to Epic Plus, then well done. But if you haven't, don't worry about it. Like I said, Omni-Man is still an exceptionally good attacker, even if I do feel like Battle Beast is slightly better, and I do emphasize slightly. But that is all we have for today, so we shall see you next time. Have a good one.